What happens when two people with hyphenated last names get married? They are required to open a law firm. Spanish people have two surnames very often, and their children get first surname of each parent. And father's surname is first, so if Marc Marquez Alenta and Penelope Cruz Sanchez had a child, their surname would be Marquez Cruz. It's how you get Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de la Rosa Ramirez. Edit. Or even Madeline Margaret Genevieve Miranda Catherine, Maddie, Fitzpatrick. A family tradition of ever-lengthening hyphenated names begins. I have a friend who has mentioned that one of the things she admires about another friend of ours is that he is the only non-blood relative who actually knows all her names, including her husband. She comes from a Bolivian family, and their tradition is just to keep all the names. She's got, like, 20. She uses one. Historically, people used whichever names were most prestigious, which families they most wanted to present themselves as belonging to. So you would pick 2 or 3 of the most useful ones and hyphenate them. In the modern Western world, which is less extended clan-focused, you just do whatever sounds best. My sister and I got tired of writing out our hyphenated names. Growing up, I took Dad's last name and she took Mom's. Here in Brazil you get both of your parents' last name when you are born. Mother first, father last. So you have 2 family names. If you're royalty, someone important, you used to just keep adding them. Our former king had a massive name. But generally people don't. They just pass on their last name to their children. Bonus info. When women get married, their last name doesn't get replaced by their husband's. The husband's name gets added to the end. If the former first baseman from the Miami Marlins Tyler Moore married Mary Tyler Moore, who had married Steven Tyler and then divorced him and married Roger Moore, then divorced him and married Dudley Moore, she would be Mary Tyler Moore Moore Tyler Moore Moore. I think you use the FOIL method. However they want. But given they already have an inclination to hyphenate, do they? They didn't choose to hyphenate their names. Their parents did. Depends on the country. But generally you can change your name to whatever you want. You don't even need to keep your previous family name. I know a couple of hyphenated last name people, and when they got married, they just picked a new last name. I had a friend whose parents combined their names. Not the real names. But as an example, one's name was Black and the other was Smith, so they just changed the name to Blacksmith. Thought it was pretty cool. I have a hyphenated last name. Where I'm from, Germany, I am not allowed to have more than 2 last names. And we'd have to choose a name to be the marriage name, either one of our double names, or just one single name. For example, if my name is mine 1 mine 2 and my partner's name was theirs 1 theirs 2, we could both be called mine 1 mine 2, or theirs 1 theirs 2. If we picked mine 1 to be the marriage name, their name could be changed to mine 1. Mine 1 theirs 1. Mine 1 theirs 2. Theirs 1 mine 1 or theirs 2 mine 1. Meanwhile, I could either keep mine 1 mine 2 or change it to just mine 1. But the US is weird with names, so it might be different for you. I used to have a manager who had this happen. He and his wife both kept their original hyphenated last names because they couldn't come up with a better solution. He said he considered changing their name to just hyphen, but his wife said she didn't want to be Mrs. Dash. In Quebec, women do not change their name when they get married. It's not legal to change your name without a valid reason, and marriage is not considered a valid reason. Where it gets interesting is when people name their kids, since the parents have different last names. It's quite common for children to have a hyphenated last name with each of their parents' last names. But sometimes it's just one of the two last names. Most commonly the father's. If the parents also have hyphenated last names, they can give their kid any one of the four last names, or a combination of any two of the four last names. You can mix and match. What about John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? Or is that not a problem because his name is my name too? In some cultures the names just continue to get added. I remember having a friend in college from Somalia who had a crazy long name which he would kindly recite for us upon request because we found it so interesting. It was a fun party trick sort of. I already have a difficult time writing my name on any form of documentation. So either I would have to start utilizing the space below the line as well, or I gotta put a character limit in there. Pablo Diego José Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno María de los Remedios Cipriano de la Santísima Trinidad Martyr Patricio Cleto Ruiz y Picasso has entered the chat. This is also pretty common in the Mennonite community, especially the more progressive branches. Kids usually get hyphenated last names, or their mother's maiden name becomes their middle name. There are also a lot of Mennos with the same or very similar last names that are completely unrelated and end up getting married with a last name like Weaver or Hochstetler Hostetler. I have been thinking about this. We hyphenated our daughter's name, so I guess we will see.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.